How Children Succeed: Grit, Curiosity, and the Hidden Power of Character by Paula Tuff, Mariner Books, 2012. Stan Gajda, NCSU MAT Elementary Education, Professional Development Webinar for the NCSU MAT in Elementary Education. The central premise of the book is this: character trumps cognitive development. For years, our society has emphasized and tested cognitive skills and abilities as if they are infallible guarantors of success. These include the ability to recognize letters and words, to calculate and detect patterns. We all seem to have gotten caught up in the idea of childhood as a race. The faster a child develops these skills, the better she does on tests, the better she will do in life. Well, the author introduced us to a new generation of researchers and educators who have come together to say, stop. What matters most is whether we are able to help our students develop a very different set of qualities that include persistence, self-control, curiosity, conscientiousness, grit, and self-confidence. Now, economists refer to these as non-cognitive skills. Psychologists call them personality traits. And well, the rest of us simply tend to think of them as character. Here's a brief summary of the book in 4 points. 1. Chemistry is not destiny. 2. Character is created by encountering and overcoming failure. 3. Children from both ends of the socioeconomic spectrum lack opportunities to learn from failure. And 4. Character development improves the very test scores that preoccupy us. 1. Chemistry is not destiny. Why do some children thrive while others lose their way? What can any of us do to steer an individual child, much less a whole generation of children, away from failure and towards success? James Heckman, a Nobel Prize-winning economist at the University of Chicago, leads our search for answers. Heckman found certain character traits such as the inclination to persist at boring and seemingly unrewarding tasks, the ability to delay gratification, and the tendency to follow through on a plan are invaluable to success in school, work, and life generally. The new science of adversity has verified that such character strengths are neither innate nor the result of good luck or good genes. Character strengths are rooted in brain chemistry, and they are molded in measurable and predictable ways by the environment in which children grow up. They derive from supportive relationships, adaptive capacities, and positive experiences. Those were supportive relationships, adaptive capacities, and positive relationships. 2. Character is created by encountering and overcoming failure. Take James Black Jr., for example, a student who grew up in a low-income neighborhood, has siblings who have spent time in prison, and doesn't do well on traditional tests of cognitive ability. Yet, James Black Jr. might just be the best 13-year-old chess player in the country. Chess, and ostensibly the ultimate intellectual activity. What gives? Well, James' chess teacher taught him how to learn from failure, how to stare at failure with unblinking honesty, and how to confront exactly what he had messed up. As his teacher sees it, her job is not to prevent her students from failing. It is to help them learn from failure. That is the key to character development. Point 3. Children from both ends of the socioeconomic spectrum lack opportunities to learn from failure. The author discovered rich kids restrained by safety nets and poor kids plummeting in free fall. Children from affluent families are insulated from adversity. beginning with baby-proof nurseries, continuing well beyond bankrolled adolescence. Privileged children are driven by a fear of not succeeding rather than identifying and pursuing what really interests them. Poor kids face no end to their challenges, from inadequate nutrition and medical care to dysfunctional schools and neighborhoods, and there's little support to help them overcome these pervasive obstacles. Underprivileged children who grow up in stressful environments generally find it harder to sit still, harder to rebound from disappointments, and harder to follow directions. Point 4. Character development improves the very test scores that preoccupy us. The education reform movement began with 3 fairly solid premises. First, scores on achievement tests in schools correlate strongly with life outcomes, no matter a student's socioeconomic background. These life outcomes include criminal behavior, substance abuse, and marriage or divorce. Second, students from low-income homes do much worse on achievement tests than students in middle and high-income homes. These first 2 premises were driven by the Bell Curve, a controversial book by Charles Murray and Richard Herrnstein. Third, certain programs, i.e. KIP and Tools of the Mind, which we will discuss in a moment, employ a very different model than traditional schools, and these programs were able to substantially raise achievement of low-income children. Still, there remains much to do. 2 important teaching ideas or strategies. 1. Develop and administer a character report card. 2. Have students design their own learning plan. 1. Develop and administer a character report card. This innovative approach to tracking character development is one of 7 developed by KIP, a national network of charter schools founded by Mike Feinberg and Dave Levin. KIP stands for Knowledge is Power Program. KIP prepares students to succeed, not only academically, but emotionally and psychologically. It is grounded in the research of Dr. Martin Siegelman and the late Dr. Chris Peterson, the founders of positive psychology. And it also builds on the findings of Dr. Angela Duckworth and the Riverdale County School. KIP's character work focuses on 7 highly predictive character strengths that have been correlated to leading engaged, happy, and successful lives. Zest, grit, optimism, self-control, gratitude, social intelligence, and curiosity. Much of the book refers back to the success of this program, and I have become a believer. Decide for yourself. Learn more at kip.org, www.kipp.org. 2. Have students design their own learning plan. This teaching strategy promotes executive function skills and self-regulation in young children. At the same time, it helps students develop core academic skills. Learning plans engage children in planning the work they will accomplish each day and set individual learning goals for the week. Each child is assigned a study buddy who helps them remember what they are going to do, checks to be sure they've completed the activity, and listens to how and where goals are being met. Student-authored learning plans are just one piece of the Tools of the Mind curriculum developed by Dr. Elena Bodrova and Dr. Deborah Long. All of their tools aim to help students and teachers go beyond reading, writing, and arithmetic. They intend to help students control their impulses, stay focused, and manage their emotions. Learn more at toolsofthemind.org. In conclusion, although the title makes this book sound like an instruction manual for teachers, it actually revealed developmental and educational opportunities for everyone, regardless of their role, to support the character development in the life of a child. In short, we can all do something, and I find that most thought-provoking. The end. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.